Hello, and welcome to today's video. If you are feeling desperate, you're feeling a loss of despair, you're feeling overwhelmed, I can understand how you're feeling because I felt like that yesterday. And today, I actually feel so confident, so strong, and so empowered. And I want to tell you how I did that because for someone like me to have achieved this, like 5 years ago, I just simply couldn't have believed that. I used to get stuck in these states of feeling despair, feeling overwhelmed. Then I would desperately do different things to try to get me out of the situation. And obviously, we know the law of attraction, like attracts like. So you're doing things in the action of despair, you create even more despair, and it just becomes this huge negative spiral. And it doesn't get you anywhere good. It just actually makes things a million times worse. And I was actually able to transmute this despair, this feeling of overwhelm, this frustration, this anger into some very powerful energy. And I want to help you explain how I did this so that I'm hoping I can help you do this as well. So right now, if you click this video, you're probably feeling quite stressed out. You're feeling probably overwhelmed with something. You probably feel like there's no light at the end of the tunnel. Or maybe you feel like there is and there's no way that you can possibly do it. What I need you to do, and I know you're not going to want to do this, okay? So before I tell you what it is, I need you to give me your word right now that you're going to give it a shot. It's only going to take you like 10 or 15 minutes. It's honestly not hard. But once I tell you what it is, you're probably just going to say, yeah, I don't really want to do it. So you need to give me your word of right now that you're going to give it a shot. So what you need to do is you need to go and sit by yourself in a dark-ish room, and we're basically going to do like a 10 to 15 minute meditation. I know. It doesn't really sound that fun, that exciting, and I know you don't want to do it, but trust me, I'm going to help you understand what I did through my meditation experience and how we can help you make this transition. So commit to it. 10, 15 minutes, we're just going to sit there. So I want you to sit there and you can do whatever's comfortable for you. I do this laying down all the time, but for this one, I felt quite overwhelmed. I'm quite angry. I was like, I'm not happy with this situation and I don't feel like I'm powerless. I do feel like there's some despair because I don't really know what to do, but I feel like I'm so pissed off with this. I just want something to change. So this is quite a strong energy, which made me want to sit like instead of laying down. I usually will lay down. So I was sitting. And I brought my awareness into my body, and I've done a lot of somatic practices. I've done a lot of, I wouldn't really say meditation. Meditation is very hard for me. I've done a lot of sort of like body scan stuff. I've done a lot of somatic experiencing. And this has helped me develop a skill set. And I'm going to help you see how I use this skill set. And hopefully doing this practice is going to help you to start to develop this skill set as well. So I went into my body and I was feeling through all of the different things. So the thing that triggered me into this was I was feeling quite like run down. I wasn't feeling very good. My stomach was feeling a little bit off. I had quite a lot of like kind of chronic pain. So I get a lot of pain around my eye here, my jaw and my neck and my sacrum and lower back. I have issues that like come on and off, and it's variable. It's a process. I'm working on it. So the place my mind was going is, you've been doing this for like 7 years, you're still in pain, and then you're never going to heal. You must be missing something. And you know what it's like. You know where your brain goes. And it's like, let's just do like crazy stuff. Let's throw a whole bunch of money at it. Let's just try doing like some random crazy things. And I know when my brain goes there, I'm not in a good place. And I know that all of the ideas and suggestions I'm getting are really not good things to do. So instead, I went there and I sat with it. And I felt into my body, and I was trying to feel into these areas of the pain and trying to understand what are you trying to tell me? What's the message here? So I have a book here called Metaphysical Anatomy. I believe that you do not have random symptoms. I believe that anything that's happening both physically inside of your body, but also externally. So this could be connected to your financial situation. This could be connected to relationships, to others. This could be connected to anything. I believe that there's this metaphysical tapestry that interconnects everything. So if you have a symptom in your body, like I did, this pain, then it's kind of like mirroring an area where you're blocked energetically, either mentally, emotionally, or spiritually. It's kind of trying to show you where you have a disharmony with your, let's call it like your true, your highest, or your most authentic version of yourself. Let's just call it that. So essentially the pain is kind of like, hey, you're off track, move over that way. You like, go that way. So obviously I'm trying to move forward in my life and I have this pain and I'm like, could you kind of like go away, please? This is quite inconvenient. But in reality, this is my guide. This is trying to help me see how I get what I want, instead of trying to do it my way, the way I think I'm going to get there, which is never how you actually end up getting there. The body is trying to guide me. It's like, maybe go that way a little bit. So I sat there with it and I was like, okay, fine, I'll sit here. And this is the thing I like to do the least. I have a lot of resistance to this. So I sat there with it and I was like, fine. What is it? Like, what do I need to do? What am I not seeing? And then first of all, I was like, okay, look, it's pain around your eyes, right? So the thing you're not seeing here is how hard you're looking for the answer. Like, you're looking so hard. This is why you have the eye pain, because you're like, where is it? Where's the solution going to be? where am I going to find it? And I'm like frantically looking for it all of the time. And I was like, okay, I can respect that. I can understand that. And this is a mentality that I have, and it was like this in my health. And then it becomes like that in relation to like money and finances, or it's like the same energy, and I'm just like repeating it in different areas of my life. And I was like, okay, I can see that. I'm going to stop doing that. I'm going to let it go, and I'm not going to look so hard. I'm just going to embrace where I am. I'm going to be happy with what I've got. I'm going to be happy with where I am, and I have no reason not to be. You know, I'm doing great. Like my health is moving along. Finances are good. Relationships great. Everything's really going really well objectively. But there's always this sense of like, I need more. I need faster. Where's it coming from? Where's it coming from? And that's what my eye told me. I was like, okay, fine. I'm going to ease off a little bit. And I even saw this in the meditation that I was doing. So initially I started the meditation and I was like looking at all the pain, and I was like, what do I have to do to make you go away? What do you want? How do I get you to stop? And it was very, very focused with the eyes, like looking very intense. So that made me relax my mind a little bit and then stop looking so hard. And this made the awareness move away from here and it started to come to the jaw. And the jaw is a really interesting part of your body metaphysically because it's connected to lots of anger. You think, like you're clenching, you're holding anger here. But also it's connected to how you receive. You open your mouth to receive, to eat. So anytime you're looking at something about receiving, it's very, very common pattern that I've seen is we want to receive. So we want to open our mouth to receive whatever it is, whether it's health, whether it's love, whether it's money. We want to receive. And then when we don't receive, we get angry. And when we're angry, we're literally opposed to receiving. You're clenching and now you can't receive. Nothing can come in. You're blocking it. You're guarding it. So what you need to do is soften the anger a little bit. So I sat there and I was like, I could feel it was more the right side than the left side. And it felt like my jaw on this side was like this, like it was really like up. And this was all like tight up in here. So I sat there with that and I was just observing the point where it felt really, really tight. And I was just kind of feeling it. Usually I prefer to not impose anything on my body. So when I feel a sensation, I try to just watch it and not try to do anything with it. Like just be really aware of it. But instead I got the feeling that this was like, I did this to myself. Like I made this tightness happen. So in my mind, I was kind of repeating like I wouldn't say like, it wasn't repeating like dogmatically, but it was soft phrases like, I can let this go. I'm open to receiving. I'm not angry about this. Just very soft things, very gentle things. I was just saying these things in my mind whilst I was feeling this. And it started to twitch inside. And the way I was noticing it was like twitching up by my eye here. It was like twitching. And I was just observing it in sort of the way that you would like with somatic experiencing. And it was just twitching away. And the pain begins to relieve. And it didn't get rid of it 100%. You know, it went from, I'm going to use like a definition out of 10, as in like 0 to 10. And when you reach 10, it's so overwhelming that it's causing you emotional distress. Not that it's like so agonizing that you need to go to the hospital, but like it's triggering emotional distress. I was like at a 12. And that was why I was getting kind of like triggered about this and why I was getting so upset and so activated emotionally, because I was past my limit. And in doing this, I got it down to like a 7 or an 8, which is quite a big shift. You know, going below the 10 is a huge change. You don't feel so overwhelmed anymore. So that calmed down and it really helped me, like just doing this, having this happen really helped me see that I've actually got it really good and I'm really on track and things are going really well. And this kind of ties in with the nervous system work in that all I changed was my mind. All I did was just look at things differently. I just started looking at the pain that I had. I started looking at the situation and the context through a different lens. I didn't take a supplement. I didn't do anything to change my biochemistry physically, but I could feel my body was less stressed. My digestion felt stronger. The pain was reduced. I could feel more well-being and upliftment inside of myself. It's almost like my soul felt lighter is the best way I could really describe it. And then obviously your soul feels lighter, your mind, your emotions feel lighter, and your body feels lighter as well. So the essence of this is, so this was my little experience, and I wanted to give you that so you could see how this actually worked practically. And I'm not saying yours is going to be anything like this. I have some experiences that go similar, and I have some that are completely different. Sometimes I'll be sitting there in the meditation and I'll get this feeling like pain in my neck, and my neck's like, I just need to move. And I'm just sitting there like, like moving my neck around and stretching and clicking, and it's like, it's doing its thing, you know? Sometimes it's a little bit more like that, and that might be like that. You might get something completely different. But my point is, you're feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling despair because you're disconnected from yourself. And what you need to do is reconnect with yourself. And when I say you need to sit down and meditate, I don't mean you need to sit there and just like disconnect from everything and just transcend reality and go into the astral space. That can be nice sometimes, but more often it's about reintegrating with the physical. Like you need to connect with your pain. You need to connect with your body again. There's a disconnect somewhere. And that's where you're feeling all of this overwhelm and despair. It's not because these energies are bad or there's anything wrong with them. It's that you're not grounded. You're not a conduit that the emotion, the feeling can channel through you. Instead, it's just coming inside of you and it's getting stuck and then eventually it's causing anxiety and depression and overwhelm, and it gets much, much worse. We need to let it move. And the reason that it's not moving is you're not connected to yourself. So this was my example of the practice. I don't know what's going to happen for you, but I can tell you this is a common theme I've noticed over and over and over and over and over again, not just for me, but for many of my clients as well. If you're ever in this state where feeling despair, you know this is really happening for you if you feel like you're going to find a miracle cure in a pill or in a product or in something. Anytime you get this strong emotion like, oh, my answer is here and it's outside of me. Anytime you get that is a big red flag. That's despair talking. And the thing that you're going to do there is not going to give you the answer that you're looking for. Before you take an actual action, you want these big emotions to dissipate. You don't want to be feeling overwhelmed and in despair or anything. You want to be taking actions and choices from a place where you're feeling more centered, more calm, more grounded. You're taking decisions that are actually going to be good for you and give you a good outcome. So I don't know what it is you've got going on. If it's a health problem, if it's something financial, if it's a problem in your relationship, I don't know what it is that you've got going on. But the solution to it is almost certainly to reconnect with yourself. I'm giving you this meditation practice as an idea. Maybe you know you need to do something different. Do what you want. It's your life. You know what's right for you. So, but this was your call to action. This was it's your divine intervention. This is your message that you need to go and connect with yourself. And whatever it is, you're probably not going to want to do it. You're going to probably feel like, I don't have time. It's too overwhelming. This is where you're going to get the actual answer that you need. So go and do it. And that's totally up to you. You also don't have to do it, but you're going to get what you get. So I would strongly advise you go and sit with yourself, connect with yourself again, and you'll get the answer that you're looking for. I hope that was really helpful for you. Let me know how you're feeling now and how you feel after you do your little reconnection with yourself. I'd be really interested to hear what shifts for you. That's everything for me today. You take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.